Welcome to A Quest for Metal. This is a real video this time. This isn't a joke video, this is a real one. We are doing Ahab ranking, that's right. We are doing Ahab, one of my favourite bands, if not close to being my favourite band of all time. This has been a long time coming. Everyone's asked me for this for about 2 years, ever since I said I loved them a couple of years ago. And yeah, I've never done it just because they only have 4 albums, but it's been like, how many years? Like 8 years since the last release, so I thought, what better time than now to actually dive in to this, can't speak today, to their discography and tell you what I think is the best album and what I think is still the best album, but just a bit lower than the best album. All these albums are good. I would give them all 10 out of fucking 10s. That's how much I like every Ahab album. This task of ranking them was ridiculous, and I fucking hated it. But yeah, I want you guys to put down below, what's your favourite Ahab album, what's your least favourite, and what do you think of whales? What's your favourite whale? Is it a blue whale? Is it a hunchback? Is it humpback? This is the Quasimodo whale. Let me know down below, and let's get started. So coming in fourth, it pains me to put anything last, is the Boats of the Glencarrig. I love this one. I love it. Even from the art, the colourful art. You know what you're getting yourself in for. It's a more interesting album. It's definitely more progressive than some of the other Ahab albums. There's even some shorter, like quite short songs on here which pack a mammoth punch, and probably one of the shortest ones is my favourite on the entire album, Red Foam. Oh my god, how good is that song? With that hypnotic melody with the doom. Oh, that's a heavy ass song. Ahab is heavy. I didn't talk about that in the intro. They are a heavy band. They are funeral doom, nautical funeral doom, all about stories from the sea, different ones from different books and adventures. Oh, this one's of course about the Boats of the Glencarrig. Every song on here is amazing. The Weed Man, how good is that one? The Isle to kick off the album, such a mammoth opener. With that beautiful melody at the start to kind of like drift you into the ocean, and then it hits you with the riffs. I have nothing bad to say about this album. It's only fourth by a fraction. I'd still put it higher than a lot of other bands' whole discographies. That's how hard this is. Album art's a 10. Album art might be the best one they've done. I don't know, it's hard because I love all of them. There's nothing bad about this band. It's just going to be me jerking off over the band for the whole video. Good thing it'll be a kind of short video. Or I don't think you want to see me just jerking off over... Maybe you do. Maybe you'll set up an OnlyFans for that. OnlyFans Ahab edition. But yeah, this album is flawless from start to finish. Each song packs a punch. If I had to pick my best song, it would be probably the shorter one. The Red Foam. It's actually so good. I'd wish it was longer, but it is what it is. I love it for its length. It's great. So that's at number 4. Next up, I had a real hard time with this one as well. It's going to be the Divinity of Oceans. I know, it's a classic. It's the second album they did with that artwork. Now this story, all about them being on the raft of Medusa, and then the shipwrecked, and then, you know, they're on the raft and they have to, like, eat each other to stay alive. Insane. The story is ridiculous. You should go check out the story of this one, because it's terrifying just like the music. Dark, haunting, and heavy as hell. I mean, the first song, Another Raft with Medusa, is probably one of the best Ahab songs I've ever written. It is absolutely haunting. And the Divinity of the Oceans, the title track, might just be even better. Might just be even heavier, with the middle part being another serene section, like you're floating on the raft in the middle of the ocean. Just like, you know, the songs in this album suggest it's a classic album. It has that early sound just like Encore the Wretched Sea. Love it to pieces. Every song on here is another banger. So again, it pains me to put it a bit lower, but I think the art might be the best they've ever done. I think the art on this one is the best. But we got more albums to get to, so let's get to number 3. So, I said number 3, I meant number 2. That is The Giant, which you may have seen on the background of some videos, because I have the vinyl of that one. This is actually the first Ahab album I bought. It's the first one that got me into the band, and it hooked me ever since. I really wanted to put it 1, but I can't, because there's another album which is just too good. But this one is fantastic. It has my favourite Ahab song on of all time, Antarctica the Polymorphous, which is in my top songs, not just Doom, not just Ahab, but songs of all time. That middle part, where it's like Antarctica the Polymorphous, and he starts singing rather than deep growls, and then it comes in with the growls. Mind explosion, greatest songs ever. This is a lot slower of an album. I think the songs on here are a bit more funeral doomy, a bit more depressing on this album. A lot more cleans, a lot more dirgy. The first song on it, Further South, is always stuck in my head. Where it's just like further down, further south, and he hits with that chorus. So catchy. Nothing bad to say about this album. I love every song on it. Every song. Aeons Elapse, amazing as well. And even the bonus track, Times Like Molten Lead, so good. You know, I like this one because it's on display in a lot of the videos, so what can I say? It's the album that got me into the band. I think every song is a 10. I really want to put it at number 1, but of course that goes to Call of the Wretched Sea. Probably the best Doom album ever made. Probably. Between that and The Maniacal Veil for me. Oh my god. This album all about Moby Dick, kind of like my favourite Mastodon album, Leviathan. There's a whale theme going on. And my favourite Gojira album, but yeah, whale aside. This is a whale good album. Hey. Yeah, every song on here hits on all cylinders. Every song has this dark atmosphere. It feels like you're going through the story with Moby Dick. With Captain Ahab and Moby Dick, it is just a journey and a half, just like a lot of my favourite albums, like Still Life. It's a concept album, it's a story, and it envelops you within it. I mean, I could just name off every single song, like Old Thunder. The way he sings that, beautiful. The Pacific as well. And my favourite on it, The Hunt, when he just screams, "Whale ahead!" Oh, shivers. Feels like Ahab is literally just going to jump off the ship with a giant harpoon and just spear Moby Dick in the eye. It's that goddamn good. This album from start to finish has the best mood, has the best songs. It's flawless. It's always on people's best Funeral Doom of all time lists for a reason, because it's just that good. So there we have it. The hardest ranking I've ever had to do. Ahab, from my least favourite to my favourite, but even my least favourite is still my favourite. Come on, they don't have bad albums. So let me know down below, what's your favourite Ahab album? What do you think of my list? Would yours be the same? Let me know down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.